Chinese soldiers in the U.S. military, their potential role in a conflict between China and the United States. In the vast ranks of the United States military, a surprising number of nearly 20,000 soldiers are of Chinese descent. This fact raises an intriguing question. Where would these Chinese soldiers' loyalties lie in the event of a war between China and the U.S.? Let's explore the motives of these soldiers, their selection process, and how the Chinese People's Liberation Army, PLA, might respond. 1. The motives of Chinese soldiers in the U.S. military. For the majority of Chinese soldiers in the U.S. military, their motivations are likely similar to any other soldier. They join the military for various reasons, such as career opportunities, education, or a sense of duty to serve the country they now call home. Like their fellow comrades, they would fight for the United States if called upon during a conflict. 2. The selection process for Chinese soldiers. The path to the U.S. military might be more complex for some soldiers of Chinese descent. Some individuals join the military with the goal of obtaining a U.S. green card. For these soldiers, their choices become more intricate. They might find themselves facing a difficult decision, fighting against their country of origin to secure their future in the United States. This challenging predicament could lead them to side with the U.S. in any potential conflict. 3. PLA's approach to Chinese soldiers in the U.S. military. If a war were to erupt between China and the United States, the PLA would have a clear stance on the Chinese soldiers serving in the U.S. military. These soldiers would be considered adversaries on the battlefield, regardless of their personal motivations or reasons for joining the U.S. military. In times of war, neutrality becomes impossible, and the PLA would treat them as enemies, driven by the necessity of defending their nation. 4. The consequences of betraying the motherland. Chinese soldiers who choose to betray their motherland by siding with the United States may face significant repercussions. Both in China and the United States, they might be branded as traitors, shunned by their own people and not respected within the U.S. military hierarchy. As a consequence of their choices, they could be assigned to perilous tasks, becoming expendable pawns on the battlefield. Summary: the complex choice for Chinese soldiers and the PLA's response. In conclusion, the position of Chinese soldiers in the U.S. military during a conflict between China and the United States is a sensitive matter. Each soldier's motives and choices vary, but they must bear the consequences of their decisions. For those who seek personal gain or security in the U.S., fighting against their own country might be a painful choice. However, the PLA's response is clear-cut. They would see the Chinese soldiers in the U.S. military as the enemy and take necessary actions to protect their homeland and people. Betrayal of the motherland carries a heavy price, resulting in loss of respect and potential danger in the U.S. military. In the end, regardless of the choices made by these Chinese soldiers, they must be prepared to face the outcomes of their actions. Similarly, the Chinese People's Liberation Army must be ready to handle potential conflicts involving their fellow countrymen on the battlefield. Thanks for watching.